Hey y'all, it is July the 28th, 2024, and the sun's almost about down right here in San Antonio, Texas. Fitting to get dark here real soon. Alright, so in the last very moments, I want to actually address a video that I just made earlier today, and I'm going to upload part of it, and then tomorrow another part of it, and then probably another part of it. Alright, it was kind of long. The entire recording was like an hour. All right, but addressing the video that I'm going to upload right before this one, might I say I'll put it up against anybody. Okay, we all got guesses. That's what they are, guesses. Everything's all up in the air. It's 2024. Any sort of bizarre activity is fitting to take place. All right. So in America, still, we have the notion that we all deserve to have theories and guesses. All right. But like I said, I'll put it up against anybody. Why don't you write it down? All right. Put all your money on it. These people don't want to have an election. They can't win one. They can't win it. I mean, they were able to finagle their way in 4 years ago. That's not even a chance now. It's not even a chance. All right. But I did say, they're not going to have an election. They are not going to have an election. All right. That's their plan A. However, in the spirit of something I was told, just the other day, is that when it comes to God's people, when it comes to people who are actually praying to God, it's up to those people, to include myself, I hope, to speak into existence what shall happen. Like, for example, if I say, they're not going to have an election, they're not going to have an election, they're not going to have an election, they are not going to have an election, then basically I'm already speaking that into reality. Lord knows that is their plan A. But it is kind of speaking it into reality. So that being said, let me be even more clear in saying that they have to resort to any sort of shenanigans because they have nothing going for them. All right. And there's not a shot in the world. They just took a shot. They're going to take more shots. But to this day, there's not a shot that they have against Donald Trump, period. Regardless of how much America has changed and people have changed in their personal lives, they don't stand a chance. Right. That being said, may I say to God or to everybody that their plans will be thwarted. Their plans have been thwarted almost at every single turn, and they're having to go for plan Bs and plan Cs and things like that because their plans keep getting thwarted. They wanted to unalive Donald Trump. That got thwarted. They wanted to charge him with all sort of felonies. That got thwarted in a sense. He ain't in jail, is he? You notice how their plans get thwarted thanks to God. And, if it be God's will, might I say, amongst countless Americans right now, may this plan that they have to not have an election also get thwarted. They are dumb. They're criminals and they're criminal minded, but they're also dumb as hell. All the Satanists and the criminals from back in the day were actually much, much smarter than the ones we're dealing with today. All right, but whether or not they have an election, I'm saying hopefully their plans get thwarted. I'm praying to God that God thwarts their little plan and we do have an election. If we do have an election at all, period, it's because their plans were thwarted. And we shall see this all come to fruition. But regardless, might I also add, no matter what happens to America, no matter what happens to me in particular, might I just let you know, and you probably already know, that at the end of this, no matter what, I don't care if we all get blown to smithereens. If there's a nuclear bomb that lands on this country, I hope it lands directly on my head. All right, but I don't care what happens. I'll tell you this much is going to happen. God's will is going to be done. All right, I don't care what's their shenanigans, what they try to pull, all the different ways in which they have been trying to unalive us, and they will continue to try to unalive us. Their plans in the end will get thwarted. God will win. His son is Jesus. That happens to be my older brother. Jesus is undefeated. Since we ever heard of Jesus, he will not be defeated now at all either. No matter, I don't care what happens to me. My older brother Jesus will win every single time. Know that. Know that for a fact. All right. I don't care who wants to get at me. God's gonna win. Jesus is gonna win. I don't care if I'm there to see it. I just want to root for them right now, and praise them, and believe in them, because literally there's absolutely zero to believe in besides God. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for a fact. I know that to be the truth. All right. Anyways, it's July the 28th, 2024, and we have the powers, I'm told. It is in our tongue for true believers of God to say out loud, to say unabashedly, to say to anybody who's asking what the damn truth is and who wins in the end. All right? We already know it, and we're speaking it into a reality with our powerful tongues. It's July the 28th, 2024.